Hello there and greetings everybody. I want to welcome you here to Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show, a show dedicated to progressive rock and other forms of rock music. So I've sort of got this set up the way I want it. There's a few other things I want to do, but we have it set up enough that I can use it, which is all that really matters. I find the lighting here much better. I find the setup much better. I'm not so close to the camera like I was before. And I can sit back and relax a bit and not feel like I'm on top of everybody. So tonight's Monday night, and that means look back at a classic rock album. This is a show in which I review an album that's greater than 15 years old that I consider to be a good or great album. Most of these are twos, ones, and masterpieces for me. So the album I've chosen to do today is from my playlist, and it's the Broadsword and the Beast. This album was a little bit slow on the uptake for me. It took a while for me to get into this. It's been in my playlist for over 5 months. It went in there along with the other Jethro Tull album, which was, oh wow, I'm drawing a blank on it. Let me just look and see if I can see it. Yeah, there's my playlist. I'm not seeing it, but it's up there. I know it. Anyways, that one was a number one. That was a favorite album for me for a while. This one is coming on now and is probably going to take over the lead very soon. There's actually 3 Jethro Tulls in my playlist. The other one's Wild Horses, I think. But this one is just absolutely growing on me. I decided to pick on it tonight because I was going to do something else, but I decided it's time to do this album. It's peaking perfectly timed for me. I've only been in this place for 3 days, and this album's ready to go. So, Broadsword and the Beast. Released, I believe. Now, I couldn't find the release date on the album, and my internet's still not hooked up, so I couldn't look it up. But I believe it was released in '82. And if anybody out there knows for a fact, please indulge me by letting me know. But I couldn't find any release. It's always the remastered dates on these things, you know. They give you the year of the remaster instead of the original year. But I believe this was '82. Somebody will correct me if I'm wrong. Anyways, Mason Rugg Studios. I think, I'm not sure about the length because they have the two. This album is a remastered, so it has the original album plus an additional, I believe, let me just check here, because I don't want to give you a mistake if I don't have to. Yeah, another 9 tracks, all of them recorded in that same time period, all fantastic. Those second 8 would have made an excellent album too, but we're only reviewing the first 10 tonight. So, released on the Chrysalis music label, and I believe Robin Black is the producer engineer on this album as well. It's written, but he has such small, tiny, eclectic writing, I can barely make it out. So appearing on this album, of course, John Anderson, guitar, acoustic guitar that is, vocals, of course, lead vocals. Did I say John Anderson? Okay, I think I might have. Anyways, Ian Anderson. Let's start again. Ian Anderson on lead vocals, acoustic guitar, and flute. Then you have Martin Barr on electric and acoustic guitars as well. David Pegg on bass, mandolin, and vocals. Peter John Vestas on piano, synthesizers, and then Jerry Conway on drums and percussion. So Jerry and Peter John joined for this album. I believe, actually, I'm not sure, maybe Jerry might have been on the predecessor as well, but he's definitely on this one. I think this is a strong album. It really took a while to take off for me. I'm not sure why it took so long. Most Jethro Tulls don't take as long as this. I think this is an absolute killer album. It's like so many good tracks. The sound on here is pretty good, not muffled at all. fairly clear sounding. Lots of keyboard and dominated a lot by a lot of synthesizers because of that period of time when that started to take off. Absolutely love the cover of this album. Get up close so everybody can see it. Sorry, I've suddenly got the hiccups there. Yeah, there he is. That's such a great piece of artwork there. I absolutely think this is one of the best Jethro Tull covers. With the members all in the corner facing in to Ian Anderson's face with the broadsword and the beast behind him. Yeah, absolutely fantastic album cover. So I'm going to go through the tracks a bit, but I want to just go over the general feel of the album. Is strong. It's got a lot of that classic Jethro Tull sound. Ian Anderson's voice is fantastic on this. Maybe one of the best albums for his voice. He's all over the map here with that kind of operatic, kind of whimsical voice that he has, that almost medieval fantasy type of vocals that he does so well. Absolutely love the vocals on here. I think that's the best feature of this album is the vocals. There's some excellent bass on here by David Pegg. He's really, really added an element to here, and it's very forward on this album too. The bass is quite strong. The guitar taken a little bit back here, but the parts where the guitar is prominent are absolutely spectacular. I believe the drumming is very sound, excellent, predominant, giving a huge backbone rhythm section to such some great songs here. So now we're going to just talk about the songs a bit. One last look at this album cover. I just can't imagine. I love the little elfy look to his body, and then it's his face, and then the beastie wings on the back there. Just absolutely killer album. One of my favorite covers. Okay, so it starts out with the song Beastie. This is a good track. He keeps repeating that word beastie to try and emphasize it. It's kind of quirky, but I like it quite a bit. Very forceful punch to it. Yeah, absolutely. One of the heavier tracks as well. Ironically, I didn't give this song much of a rating, mostly because I think the other tracks are so much stronger. The second track, which is Clasp, is a quiet and slow track. This was the one track on the album where I'm not overly liking it. I don't really absolutely love it, but it's not bad. It's not a failure by any stretch. And then we come to the next song, which is Fallen on Hard Times. Excellent. This is an excellent musicality on this. Great instrumentation. The vocals are classic Ian Anderson here. Just absolutely catchy riff. Just a great tune. One of my favorites on the album. I had 3 of them that I gave like an 8 or an 8.5 to. Flying Colors, another great track. Catchy. Sorry. This is a little bit of a poppy number though. It's not as classical kind of Jethro Tull sound. It's a little bit more 80-ish poppy sound to it. Some heavy parts in it though, nevertheless. Anderson vocals are classic sounding here, just absolutely killer. The keyboard parts giving it that kind of poppy flavor. That's, to me, the extra keyboards on here and the synthesizers really give it that 80s flavor. And then the bass is strong as well. Slow Marching Band, another really good track. Catchy, slow, melodic sound to it. The vocals are slow, very Anderson, very emotional. Loved it. Loved the sound of this song. Then we get the Broadsword, which is another one of my favorite tracks on here, another 8.5. It starts out with that kind of warlike beat, giving that North American Indian flavor to the song. The vocals again, fantastic, absolutely killer on this song. The whole feel of the song is great, very catchy, lots of hooks here. actually this, and then we come to the next song, which is, I wrote them on the back here, Pussy Willow. Great tune. Very classic-like. Sorry, my phone has decided for some reason to go off. It's probably a scammy. I like it because it's kind of a story like this particular song feels like a story like. Then we have vocals are again very whimsical, and then a very catchy beat again. Another really good song. The 8th track on here, Watching Me, Watching Me, Watching You. Really kind of another kind of really kind of a almost a whimsical type song. Very strong keyboards here, catchy beat, very electronic sounding, lots of vocal narratives, but also as catchy as hell. Then we have Seal Driver. Not as good as the predecessors, but still really good. This has some excellent bass and some really good musicianship on this track. The vocals again are absolutely killer. And then you have this heavy part which is dominated by the bass. Bass very forward on the song. So the next track on here, the last track on here is called Cheerio. It's got a lot of catchy hooks, very electronic sounding. The vocals are excellent. Not as good as some of the other tracks on the album, but still I gave it a 7. So there's a lot of 7s and 8s on this album. I think it's, if you were picking a Jethro Tull album to start out with, I would not at all feel uncomfortable suggesting that this would be a good first album to have. Absolutely killer album. Really surprised me because I had it in a couple of my previous series. I think it was in one of the Prog War battles, and didn't do very well because it didn't take off right away. If it was in the same Prog War album, it probably would have wiped it out now, but just sorry. What the hell? Something came loose there, I think. I hope it wasn't a tooth. Jeez. I haven't got many of them left now. Anyways, just a real great album, great cover, excellent musicianship, great vocals, well orchestrated, well put together songs, excellent musicianship, really catchy riffs and hooks, and some fine-tuned storytelling as well. It has everything that you expect to have from a Tull album. This one, it has it. I don't know where this will end up ranking in my Tull discography once I finally do it, but I think it's going to be fairly high because it's a killer album. Absolutely love it. And if I haven't said that enough, I love the album. Anyways, I hope you've enjoyed this episode of looking back at a classic rock album. If you have, please hit the like and subscribe. That would be much appreciated. Don't forget to leave your comments. Boy, I'm really tongue-tied today. In the comment section below. Don't forget the notification bell above. And we will see you next Monday night with another look back at another classic rock album. Take care.